equal pay for equal work.
Just the political and social belief that women are equal to men.
The movement for women's rights, equality, that kind of things. It does kind of carry a negative connotation with most people because they think of like very extreme views when it comes to people.
I think it could be positive and negative because I feel like I've seen girls who are just woman power, Beyonce, Beyonce, just like, I say Beyonce because the single ladies and girls come together and like girl power and girls need to do this and do what men do, and which isn't bad. I think girls can do what some things guys can do, but also, we're made differently for certain reasons.
See where it's needed because today's society is a very patriarchal society. They favor men and have. So it serves a great purpose, but it also carries that negative connotation.
All right, feminism to me is social activism plus a reclamation of history that we've been denied by white male heterosexual privilege. Social activism with the feminist lens is very important because I am a gay male. So, obviously I'm a white male and I have privilege in that regard, but my homosexuality complicates that.
Yeah, I say from an outside perspective, people would say no, but I think being an athlete, I've seen that they do the best to distribute the money the best they can. Cause I know
there's definitely equal, like as far as dollar amounts between men and women, and sometimes it's so fair, I guess, that it almost becomes like unfair in the opposite direction.
There's definitely equal opportunities in terms of the athletics. There's a huge difference in the quality of opportunity because a lot of the women's sports aren't football and aren't men's basketball. I mean, they don't generate near the revenue, and so the quality of opportunity isn't there, but the number of opportunities is there. It goes back to Title IX. We have to have sports with the same amount of roster places to equal out the number of male athletes to female athletes, and so the opportunities are there. They're just not the same quality.
By the university, no. By my coaches, no. By other athletes, yes. I've seen, like especially girls that do like more masculine things like lifting weights or like a lot of times in the throws. I think that we're discriminated against. Okay, we're discriminated against a little bit because it's a more masculine framed event. So it's nothing like big, but like every once in a while, we get like, oh, like she's such a man or kind of thing like that. And so it's more verbal discrimination, I guess, than anything else. We're not denied any rights or it's.
Like I said, I have a lot of white male privilege, and my sexuality complicates that. So as a white male, I haven't been discriminated against, but there have been times when I've been made to feel uncomfortable because of my gender performance or sexuality. I, don't really define myself, as masculine or feminine. I kind of take both aspects into myself. So when people, see that, they're a little uncomfortable because it's against this gender binary of what they know. Boys are supposed to be masculine, girls are supposed to be feminine. What do you do when the two intersect? So there was a night that I was walking my dog, and this is a 9-pound Chihuahua min pin, and some guys in a truck rolled down their windows and shouted faggot and homo and other words, and so it makes you self-conscious about your gender performance in society and how you react to a catalyst like that.
I think fans would not react well. I think they'd react very badly. And I base it on reaction that happened when one of our debaters wanted to change every man a wildcat to every person a wildcat.
I think if a woman were to join the football team, at first there would be a lot of skepticism, just because when chemically, genetically, biologically, men are bigger, faster, and stronger than women, and you can't make up for that gap except for in what's the word I'm looking for? Hormones. Like there's no way to bridge that gap without hormones, which are illegal for use. I think if she proved herself, everybody has to prove themselves on the team. If she worked hard and proved herself, there would be no issues. We would actually encourage it.
Athletes would probably react more supportively if the person that was acting outside the norm was in their own gender. So probably just tradition, because that's like man's sport generally, or if it would just be out of like legality kind of thing, because now they have to worry about hurting a girl, and then how are they going to be seen if they knock her out or something on the out of the land?
A guy's sport. Whereas track is guys and girls. You know, I think as a team they wouldn't react very well because when you look at just football as a whole, it's it's about guys coming together and having this brotherhood, and in the locker room, there's girls. It would just be hard for a girl to make it on the team and feel a part of the team because they just couldn't do everything that we do as far as bonding. So I think it wouldn't go over very well, and even in practice, a guy could not hit a girl, or wouldn't feel right doing that. At least I wouldn't. So personally, I wouldn't be for it. I've heard of girls who've been like a kicker on the team, and they've actually been pretty successful. That's, I don't know. It could be different, but I think it'd bring a lot of attention, and some fans would like it because girls playing football, no one does that. But I think fans would be the same as well. They wouldn't be for it because it's a guy's sport, and just guys are made differently than women. I think that's just the truth. So
personally, if a girl's on the field and she's in pads, I'm going to hit her either way. I'm going to treat her the same, just like a guy. I have no problem with that. My conscience is not going to keep me up at night. Because if you want to play in this sport, you've got to be willing to accept the consequences no matter what. It's just like if I was playing, with giants that were capable of eating me, that's my responsibility. So.
Title IX legislation in 1972 offered women, among many other rights, an equal opportunity to participate in athletics.
Requires equal funding for male and female sports.
Title IX, from my understanding, is just giving equal opportunities between guys and girls sports, and not favoring guys or girls and kind of putting them on the same level or platform.
Title IX refers to equal opportunity sports for women athletics. So the equivalent to football is women's rowing. Both large team rosters, equal opportunity for the women to be participating in collegiate athletics. I think it does a great job of making sure that the women don't get swept to the wayside by the NCAA.
FIRE stands for Feminists Igniting Resistance and Empowerment. We're a student organization on campus. We're not affiliated with any of the departments. While we do work closely with some of them, such as women's studies, we're not technically affiliated with them. FIRE is an opportunity for students to engage in activism on campus with a feminist lens. So we will talk about issues regarding race, sexuality, gender, disability, pretty much any of the isms that you learn about in any intro to women's studies class. This semester we have talked about women of color, transgendered activists such as C.C. McDonald. We've brought Jane Elliott, the adapter of the Blue Eyes, Brown Eyes teaching exercise, and we had a screening of After Tiller, and then we brought Jane Ward, who's a professor at the University of Riverside, California, to talk about masculinity, whiteness, and sexuality in the remaking of homosexual sex. So we've been busy this semester. We also had a t-shirt fundraiser, which we gained over $600 in profits. So it's a really good opportunity for students to get involved and learn about how they can change the community for the better.